Welcome to The Explainer. So glad you're here. Look, if you're completely exhausted from juggling like 50 different AI tabs just to get through your morning, yeah, you're definitely not alone. We're seeing this massive, overwhelming explosion of new AI tools hitting the market every single day for planning, memory, and workflow automation. It's incredibly hard to separate what's actually going to transform your workday from what's just passing hype.
And hey, that's exactly why we're here today. Consider us your personal curator. We've done the heavy lifting, waded through all that noise, and distilled things down to a rapid-fire list of exactly 20 cutting-edge AI agent projects. We're going to put this into a highly digestible, totally actionable framework for you. By the end of this explainer, you're going to have a clear, practical roadmap of the tools that are literally redefining modern work.
So the big elephant in the room we need to address right out of the gate is this. Are static apps dead? I mean, for decades, we've relied on these scattered applications that kind of just sit there, right? They're dumb, they're static, just waiting for us to click and type. But we're in the middle of a massive architectural shift. We're moving away from those rigid tools and diving headfirst into the era of structured, autonomous workflows. We're talking about agents that actually think, remember context, and execute multi-step tasks right alongside us. It's a real game changer.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our categorized toolbox approach for today. First, developer workflows. Second, enterprise operations. Third, everyday productivity and memory. And finally, number 4, the autonomous future. All right, starting things off with Section 1, Developer Workflows, Supercharging Builders and Engineers.
Just imagine an entirely autonomous coding environment. It's wild. PyCoding Agent essentially acts as your conversational co-pilot. It's in there writing code and debugging issues so you can actually focus on the bigger picture, the architecture. Then, Video takes it a whole step further by taking entire project coordination and execution completely off your plate, rolling the whole shebang into one AI-native workspace. And think about the scale of what this means for both the front and back end. Google Stitch 3.0 generates these beautiful user interfaces and front-end layouts straight from your conversational prompts. No way, right? Meanwhile, for those of you who basically live in the command line, Google Anti-Gravity CLI brings that exact same conversational AI power directly into terminal native operations.
Now, because development cycles are accelerating so unbelievably fast, quality assurance simply can't rely entirely on manual human effort anymore. It's just not possible. That's exactly where automated QA testing with TestSprite 3.0 steps in, autonomously generating and running your software test cases. But hold on, before you even deploy, you absolutely need LLMist. This tool focuses strictly on evaluating and benchmarking the actual behavior of the large language models themselves. And then, there's the incident challenge. I love this one. Think of it as a highly realistic flight simulator for your engineering and security teams. It gives you interactive, hands-on outage training through simulated operational scenarios. It literally turns high-stress incident management into a safe, incredibly engaging learning workflow.
Moving right along to Section 2, Enterprise Operations, Scaling and Orchestrating Systems. Now, what's really interesting about this next level is how we manage all this at scale. Orchestria acts as the absolutely crucial infrastructure for this new enterprise reality. Think of it like a master conductor managing a really complex symphony of different AI agents. Because when you've got a dozen different autonomous systems working on various business tasks, you need a solid way to assign those tasks, manage the underlying logic, and monitor the collaboration in real time. Orchestria is that conductor. It allows enterprises to deploy these workflows across entire departments without the human manager ever having to micromanage or, lose operational control. And when it comes to tackling massive enterprise data overload, these next 3 heavy lifters work together to solve the synthesis problem. Cohere Command A+ provides the raw, production-ready reasoning brainpower. It's optimized specifically for reliable business logic at scale. Working right alongside that, you have Foresee AI, which looks to the future, processing operational inputs to predict growth and generate much smarter strategic forecasting. And acting as your personal deep dive researcher is Unabliss. Instead of leaving you completely drowning in a sea of scattered notes, Unabliss intelligently links fragmented information into structured, fully connected research flows. We're also seeing AI completely take over the communication layer of business. Just contrast these two tools for a second. Signal Limo handles your inbound and outbound sales workflows, totally automating prospecting and lead coordination with AI-generated messaging. SuperSend AI, on the other hand, handles massive product and system notifications. It orchestrates the delivery, routing, and timing across email, push notifications, and SMS. The sheer scale of automation here is just staggering. AI is now actively optimizing an enterprise's entire communication infrastructure right behind the scenes.
Okay, let's transition into Section 3, Everyday Productivity and Memory, the Lightweight Assistants.
So the crucial point here, and let's be honest, one of the absolute biggest frustrations with AI right now is that it forgets, right? Every time you start a new chat, it's like meeting the AI for the very first time. While Memdex, or MEX, essentially solves the 51st dates problem of AI, it acts as an indexing layer for long-term memory. This allows your agents to retrieve and seamlessly organize contextual information across entirely different tasks. This finally brings some vital continuity to your everyday workflows.
Building on that awesome capability of memory, highly capable personal assistants are evolving so rapidly. Think about the difference in scope between these two. Fred is your quick, natural language scheduler. You just chat with it, and it organizes your meetings so you don't have to endlessly bounce between calendar apps. But then you have Clio. Clio is your overarching hub, centralized for everyday operational task coordination, basically turning simple requests into structured organizational actions. So ask yourself, which of these two styles would you prefer to actually manage your day?
These final 4 everyday tools perfectly illustrate how AI is executing routine tasks everywhere, and we can easily group them by their real-world impact. For execution, Few AI automates your routine operational actions. Easy. For communication, Prose polishes and dynamically enhances the clarity of your writing. For team knowledge, Nugget AI extracts searchable, structured insights from your meetings so absolutely nothing gets lost. And for learning, Reader Alive transforms static text into an interactive workflow, letting you actually converse with your books and documents. It's like having a study buddy built into the text.
Let's move to our final section and see how this all builds together. Section 4, the autonomous future, from static apps to persistent context.
All right, we've arrived at the ultimate takeaway here. We are no longer managing fragmented tools that just sit there waiting for our instructions. We're moving super rapidly to a world of persistent, memory-driven workflows. AI is becoming this contextual layer deeply embedded into the very fabric of our software. It fundamentally changes how everything operates, you know? It's transitioning us out of that old era of scattered notes and manual tasks and putting us firmly in the driver's seat to steer highly structured, fully autonomous workflows.
So what does this all mean for you? The shift from static apps to autonomous agents isn't just coming, it's already here. The tools exist today to manage your code, orchestrate your enterprise, and organize your daily schedule. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought. Which of your daily workflows will AI automate tomorrow? Thank you so much for joining this explainer. Now go out there and build something autonomous.